Hello everyone and welcome. Repeat visitors. We all want them so desperately. We want our visitors to come back. It's not always something we think about in interpretation or storytelling offers, how we can actually create an incentive for people to come back to us. There are some strategies you can use and think about in your interpretation, and a general rule is that the more you think about these and the more you deliberately try to incorporate some of these aspects in your storytelling, the bigger the chance that you can create repeat visitors. There are some things that are worth having a think about, and I thought we should dive into a few of these today. As always, if you like the content of these videos, please subscribe to the channel and like the videos and add your comments below. So one of the first things to think about is, how do you become part of a tradition? If you become part of a tradition, you have almost certainly secured repeat visitors. Now, we all know the museums or the heritage sites that have traditional Christmas markets, for example, or who have specialized in like Easter egg hunts or something like that. If you can create a pattern where you become part of a tradition, where people naturally think about your place or your site at a certain time of year, that's just goal, and it's not something you can really pay for money, that kind of thing. That means you have now become part of an annual or indeed a repeat pattern in their lives, and that's one of the best positions you can possibly put yourself in. Another way is to find different ways of providing a glimpse behind the scenes. Now, this can be traditional behind the scene tours, but it can also be experiences that provide this sense of a unique or a special, once in a lifetime kind of sense. So this is an experience only for you, only for a certain group of visitors. If you can create that kind of, oh, this is a special experience, not everyone gets to see this or do this or participate in this way in what the museum is doing. That sense is a very strong one, and it gives you a very direct connection with visitors. It's not something you can do with everyone, obviously, and behind the scenes tours can be, or activities can be tricky because they need to be more controlled, obviously. But you can secure a very loyal group of visitors by giving them this sense of special treatment almost. Provide opportunities for different experiences within the experience. Now, this can, for example, look like different endings to a story. It can be different trails or routes that people can follow. This obviously gives you wayfinding a little bit of a challenge, but if you can give a sense of there is more to see, this story hasn't ended yet, there's more for you to explore, that creates a curiosity and therefore also a likely way of creating repeat visitors. Provide interaction or participation that leaves some sort of trail. So make visitors want to follow up. Like, for example, competitions. They're a brilliant way of doing that. Provide an excuse for visitors to come back and either finish something or follow up on something. Because if you can make them leave and still with that feeling of still wanting more, there's something that hasn't finished here yet. That's always a really good position to be in as well. Effectively, this is a play on, leave them wanting more. Provide Easter eggs or surprises along the way. You can spark a lot of curiosity that visitors want to engage further in next to, for example, an exhibition or an event or something. This can be online. It doesn't have to be a repeat physical visit, but it can be in the shape of a quiz, for example, or a game on your website. Ideally something that overlaps with the next thing you're doing. So maybe you can win tickets for the next special exhibition you're doing, for example, if you compete in this game or if you do this competition or this quiz. So if you can provide an incentive that way that maybe overlaps with something you are doing in the near future, that very much puts you in the mind of visitors as well, and they will be reminded through newsletters and so on that, oh, we have maybe we have tickets for this new special exhibition they're putting up or this new activity they're doing, and have therefore an incentive to come back. It's never easy to secure repeat visitors, and it will always, I think, be it will always depend on so many different things, everything from tradition, everything from how your museum or site is being used by visitors, by whom your target audience is, and so on and so on. From a tourist perspective, of course, it can be very difficult, but there are always, in all places of the world, there are must-see attractions, including museums. And if you can become one of them, it's an incredibly strong position to put yourself in. Please do share your experiences about this. Do you know of any initiatives where that has created, a really strong sense of wanting to come back, of wanting to see a place or a thing or participate in something again? Then please do share.